All right, what's up, guys? We are past the pop culture, and here we are joined with Mr. Fen
What up?
and our cousin Angel.
What's up, y'all? Y'all might
Yeah,
know me on this on the stream as Mongitis.
yep.
That's me.
The loud
And
one.
yes, sir. I'm the
Yeah,
anger one. I'm the angry one.
yeah.
To my friends who are listening, yes, they call me the Manga Elitist. So that just gets you know what we're gonna be talking about today.
That's how you know his opinion's trash. I'm just kidding.
Oh fuck, let's
But,
go, man. Let's go.
oh boy, let's go. Yeah, and of course, I'm Ricky. So let's get started, man. I don't even know what's this is like more your thing, Angel. I'm
I
not
I
a manga connoisseur, so
so
you gotta be the one to show us the
Wait, wait,
spice,
wait,
I
wait,
have
wait,
been.
show us the
wait, wait,
flavor.
wait, wait. Let's do this way. Angel, why should everybody listen to your opinion on mangas?
Oh,
All right. Okay. I will admit, I do have some pretty strong opinions in some genres and some mangas that people or anime people enjoy. Jojo. Um, but I do acknowledge them. Like, I do acknowledge what they have done, like especially Jojo has done for the manga anime community. I mainly talk when I talk trash about like an anime or manga. I usually just talk it mainly to piss off my friends or Ricky.
oh, and good fun.
It's
Not too
always fun.
serious.
Yeah, but like I have been reading manga since 2012.
Okay.
I don't. I also don't read just manga. I read manhwa and manhwas, which is the Chinese and Korean mangas. I'm also reading a shit ton of webtoons. I really don't have one genre I read. I read all types of genres.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Cultured
right?
man.
Yes, I read. I go from regular shonen jumps to nice little thing in your lives
Mm-hmm.
mangas. Uh, I've been kind of more in like the cultivation side, which is
Mm-hmm.
mainly like the Korean Chinese mangas where it's like more inner strength instead of like superheroes or like some magic power. It's all
Right.
about like techniques, arrays. It was just really cool. I like it because it's more of like a lot of it deals also like mental stuff. They talk about like how you need to be mentally strong and everything. So I really like the aspect because a lot of mangas are like magic, like fairy tale. Mental strength and mental training isn't that big of a thing. So I really enjoy reading those, and also read. I will admit I do read some degenerate mangas. Like there's one that I guess I'll talk right now about. It's called Slave of the Magic Capitalist Elite Troop. I pretty sure I butchered that capitalist name, but pretty much this manga is about as this guy. There's about these demons. I won't call them. I can't remember the. I think it's called Yomas. In this series, and there's and it's usually only
Wait,
female.
Angel, you got to give the tags first, bro. What are the tags on this,
Oh,
man? Like,
this one's like 18 plus. Like you're gonna see
you got to give
nudity.
the
Like
yeah.
yeah. So like this is not like if you're not a degenerate, do not read this because
We're
you
getting the
will not.
degenerate stuff out of the way first before
Yeah,
we
like
go
you
into
would
the
not
tier
enjoy
list.
it. Like if you do not enjoy Shokugeki no Soma or Food Wars, if you can like not enjoy, if you didn't enjoy that type of fan service or
Like that etchy
High School
stuff.
DxD, as you can see clearly on my wall, if you cannot handle those, this is not for you. um, but pretty much it's only females get these powers to fight the Yumas, Kumas, whatever they're called.
I think I
And
know where this
but
is going.
one guy, he's able to what they call like a slave contract where he turns into one of the like devils, but depending on who is like giving them like giving her power to, he would change form. Like he would either be more strength based, more speed based, defense based, or like berserk. Like the newest one is called like is a berserker.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, there's it's called a I think they call it the pres like his present time or gift time or whatever. But after the end of the whole transformation, where like they're pretty much done. Oh, it's reward time. There you go. It's called reward time. Uh,
All right.
the drawback, the effect, like, it's a side effect of using his power, is what like how much they used at that point is how like big the reward is. So it could range from like him being just laying on their laps as like for like a lap pillow, or
Ah.
like patting them on the head, or then but then a lot of times is
A
like
lot.
them
Yeah, but
like doing like literally massaging of the boobs, or like just literally
interesting.
grabbing him and just putting them on and they have no control. Like it's the cycle of the power, like effect of the power. Like they'll be sure like they don't want to do it, but like due to the power they have to. And the guy like he's shy because like he's one of those typicals, like like introverted, like scary. But the whole thing is he's been trying to find his sister. So
Wait.
that's the whole
Hold
reason
on here, buddy.
he. Sorry,
All right.
I forgot because they brought her up not too long ago, and I just remembered. Uh, but like the main reason why he joined this troop, like be working with them, is to help find his sister.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
that
it's
yes. So it's gonna be a spicy one today for episode 21.
yeah,
Man,
I love like I think it's like less than 80 chapters out right now. So
So
and
now,
don't
so
worry, they're very nice. It's very nicely drawn. So you
okay, so
it's got the high quality.
in terms of these kind of reads, do you mainly read them for the plot or the plot?
honestly both. It's actually really enjoyable as well. Like
Mhm.
You
it has
like
a
the
lot of
plot and the plot
yeah,
equally?
and like it's hilarious too. Like there are times I'm like laughing at least every
Okay.
chapter.
Mhm.
I'm like laughing once or twice. It's really good, and the artwork is actually really done really well. So and it's not just like um we're gonna go battle reward time, and that's no.
Mhm.
There's actually like an actual storyline that's
Mm.
followable. It's not confusing in any way. It's just I just read a sheer ton amount of manga and manhwas. It's hard to remember. It's hard for me to remember like every single fact.
Right, right.
So
You mean you don't know everything? You don't know
no,
that one
okay,
obscure
okay.
fact from chapter one and that callback to like
Oh, bro.
One Piece
Page
chapter like
37.
782? You know, like
Word
come
number
on, man.
6.
Get him out of here. Who brought
Uh,
this guy on? Who brought him on?
yeah, no, but
But to kind of transition, because I think you were the cousin that kind of told us to start watching anime, right? So what made you want to start reading manga? Like, were you just kind of over anime, or you just wanted to continue
okay,
watching anime?
so I was my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, one of my friends finally convinced me to start One Piece. And I was like, all right, man, dude, I tried back in the day, W-Net, W4 Kids days, bro. Oh, God, bro.
With
Where
the terrible
Sonic had a
dubs.
freaking lollipop instead of a cigarette. Oh, dude. Yeah, so I was like, all right. But don't get me wrong, dude. That theme song, lit. So I was like, all right, I give it a chance. And I caught up all the way through.
Wait,
Like,
the theme song used to be in English, right? They had an
yeah,
English dub for it.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
yeah,
I kind of miss those. Like, cause I
I
always
do.
liked Pokemon when they
Oh,
did
yeah.
like the English
hmm
like stuff. I always thought that was cool. I don't know. That's like I don't know if they'd ever do that again. I mean, has it there hasn't been any recent ones, right?
It's
That have done it.
because back then they had it was W Kids, and then it was also Toonami
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm,
the OG, like, us OGs, like who actually watched. Back then, I didn't know that was anime. I thought those cartoons.
Yep.
I didn't know Dragon Ball
Yep.
Z was anime. Like
True.
Pokemon was anime, Digimon. I didn't know any of that was
They're just like
anime.
these female characters a little drawn a little different, but
Yeah, like I so it was more because when they first started, they were more focused on what us we would like as Americans.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So they literally made everything into English. So that's why
Yeah,
the
because they
dub,
oh okay, yeah,
the,
yeah,
the,
because
the dubs are very different than subs in the early genres of anime. Like if
yeah,
you,
because I know they
yeah.
censored them pretty heavily.
hmm
Like it's
Like
even
One
like the
Piece
kids.
was heavily censored.
Yeah, because
Pokemon is completely different than what we know
yeah,
actually. in the Pokemon Adventures manga, Pokemon legit die. Like Team Rocket has guns. So in Pokemon, in the very early Pokemon, when you see Team Rocket or robbers, like
Yeah.
with like they have like looks like they're holding guns or whatever, they're legit holding guns in the manga.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't know that.
like it was horrible. It's Yu-Gi-Oh too. Yu-Gi-Oh was
Yeah. Well,
heavily
because like
changed.
in Pokemon, I forgot there was like a scene, right, where a gun gets pulled out on Ash, but they completely changed that scene. I think
Yeah.
I don't remember if they cut it out or what
So
happened.
okay, so you guys remember? I forgot what town it was. Where Pokemon died, the Pokemon Cemetery. You saw Gary there.
Not
Yeah.
Lavender.
Lavender
Yeah.
Lavender,
Town,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah,
Lavender
Lavender
Town.
Town.
Yeah. Oh, still got
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So remember he was there saying he was there visiting a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Did you realize you never saw his Raticate ever again after like before that like after that?
Yeah,
It's
he
because his
stomped it,
Raticate
man.
died. No, his Raticate died in the manga because
Oh.
uh because one day Gary saw Team Rocket stealing a bunch of Pokemon and he was gonna ignore it, but Raticate was like, no, we cannot ignore that. So they went in and he got poisoned and he couldn't bring him fast enough to Pokemon Center
Oh,
and
rip.
So Raticate
Wow.
died.
And that's in
Yeah.
the
Dang.
manga.
So like
That's in the
yeah, that's in the
manga?
manga. Yeah, dude,
Oh,
it's yeah,
because I've
it's
always heard
very
like it's
different.
because you killed the trainer. Like everyone said, like, oh, you.
Yeah,
I didn't know in the
no,
manga though that's actually what happened.
yeah. And then like ever since then, if you realize Gary changed his mentality, or no, no, to be like strong only. Like we're gonna be, you have to be the strongest because he doesn't want that to ever happen again.
And then
Wow.
you, a pleb, just comes on like power of
Yeah,
friendship, and then
pretty much.
yeah.
So like
I kind
it's
of appreciate how we went from spicy like
uh,
manga to like you remember Pokemon where everyone just died.
yeah, like
You
it's
just
like
gotta
Well, that's the
appreciate it.
anime world, right? So it's like
Yeah, well,
yeah,
you can't really
exactly.
avoid it. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was very really heavily different influenced. So I think that's why the we won't really get in English. That's why we get English Japanese
Mhm.
kind of
Like
interest.
we get a Japanese opening and then
Yeah,
because like even in certain like animes that I watch they sometimes like when they have like a singing scene or like the idol scenes sometimes they dub it in English and sometimes it's like the actor can't the voice actor I mean voice acting's tough but some of them just can't sing like and
yeah.
I think it's like that's
And
difficult to be able to voice act and
what
sing
I
so it I
I
don't
also
know.
kind of realize for us English because no we speak English only even though we're Mexican we don't speak any Spanish, but um when we hear music in other languages pretty much
Uh-huh.
who you hear singing it to us, it sounds great. Sounds wonderful.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you're right.
so that's one of the reasons why, like, that's why a lot of Americans love Japanese, like the intros, because to us, yeah, to the Japanese, like, don't get me wrong, in general, like, yes, they have a beautiful voice, but to us, like, especially us, it's unique to us, so we find it even
Oh,
more.
so I guess it's more of a like we don't understand the like what sounds good necessarily in Japanese because we're not native speakers, nor do we know
Yes,
like so we don't know how like like the tonal changes and like how like the fluctuation in the voices and stuff like that. We don't really understand like in context to what they're saying because we don't even understand.
exactly.
Wow.
So
But don't get me wrong,
oh
like, some of those songs, though, bro, like, I can feel the emotions. I get
no, yeah,
tears, man. I'm
yeah.
like, you go,
That is
man.
true.
You
That's true because
go.
it's like when you talk about like when we talk about like dubs especially, right? Everyone's like, oh, the English is trash, the English is trash. And like, oh, this voice actor is bad, this but you don't really hear that discussion as much when it's like, oh, this Japanese voice actress is not that good. So it's like I noticed like that there's usually that like disparity. It's like you got the Japanese voice actors, they're like, oh yeah, that they always say like, oh yeah, they're good, but no one's like ever like really like, oh, this guy's bad, this guy's bad. Like they give a lot of hate to the English dubs, and I think it's just because like there's the cultural difference and then there's the language barrier, so that when they're over like acting in anime in English, it comes off as weird. to us because it's like, well, people in English don't speak like that. But I think like because it's in Japanese, we don't really have like a frame of reference to how most Japanese people talk. So then I think that makes us like a little less like inclined to be like, oh, so they're overacting or oh, they're over exaggerating.
Yeah.
Like you can
Like,
tell when they're doing like all the crazy stuff. But
mhm.
I think like for the most part, it's like we don't really hear like, oh yeah, that Japanese voice actress or actor's bad.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
it's like the probably the biggest one I could actually think of off the top of my head that like voice actor that a lot of people didn't enjoy at first was Asta from Black Clover.
Yeah. Okay. I was
Because
gonna ask
I
that.
will admit though, dude, okay, I heard like, I read that it was that voice actor's first major role.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
And
okay,
this is the
remember,
Japanese, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Japanese,
okay. Just
and
to make
I
sure
was
that the
like,
audience knows.
okay, so yeah, because the first 12 episodes, bro, I
Yeah, that
never
put me
knew
off.
someone yelled
Yeah.
so much besides Eren Yeager from the beginning, bro.
Eren
I was like, man, you don't have to yell all the time. It's okay. We're not in the Dragon Ball Z universe. You don't gotta be yelling power up,
They don't even scream that much in Dragon Ball. Like, I don't know. That
Yeah,
was
only with
Yeah,
powering up,
yeah.
like
Like
that's
every
it.
single word he was saying, it was just like him screaming. It's like this is hurting my ears. Like, why would anybody want to
Yeah,
watch this?
so
yeah,
and the
because
thing is,
that put me off on Black Clover. I didn't really want to watch it because I was like, all right, the screaming's a
I
lot.
remember you guys were telling me, so was Chris. I was like, but I was reading it, so I was like, no, guys, trust me, it gets really good.
So okay,
I was
so
like,
I
I'm
guess
reading.
that's when manga's definitely superior to the
Yes,
anime,
yeah.
I guess.
So
yeah. So
in the manga though, is he screaming that much in the manga, or is it just
yeah,
like
like,
mistranslation or something?
they'll just show a panel of him just screaming once, and that's it.
So it's not like
That,
20
that
Like,
minutes of
that's
him
it.
screaming.
Yeah, no, like ah, and then like next panel. That's it.
and
Interesting.
Like
they're just
it's
like,
not.
we gotta stretch this episode to 20 minutes, boys. Like, what are we doing? Make him scream. That's basically
Yeah,
what they told him.
I don't like that's the reason I love also manga is
Mhm.
because the amount of filler that's not existent. Like I'm going back to freaking bring it back to One Piece. There's almost no filler in either manga or the anime. There is actually one like filler arc called Water 7 that's
Mhm.
only in I think it's Water is it Water 7? I forgot wow, get yelled at.
Your credibility's gone,
I know,
Angel.
dude.
Boom, done.
Manga
It was
elitist, by the
so long
way.
ago. Dude, it was so long ago when this thing came out, and I didn't even know it was
Killer?
anime. Oh yeah, filler, because
Oh.
I was watching anime only at that point.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And so when I heard that was anime only, I was like, what, dude? Because the way they did it, because with every single episode, Oda, the creator of One Piece, he
Mhm.
works heavily in the anime as
Mhm.
well. So
Oh,
it
wow.
worked. So pretty much where the end of the anime arc finished was the exact panel where the manga starting for the next arc, anyways. So it perfectly fit, and a lot of people were a lot of manga readers who no who read it since the beginning told me that actually fit very well, and they enjoyed it because it expanded more. So they really, I was like, oh, cool.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But
What's
like,
the longest running anime or manga? Is it because
oh,
I know One Piece has a lot,
it's
but I remember we were
it's
talking
not.
about it like,
Yeah, it is not One Piece. One Piece. It's one of the biggest continuous ones. It's actually I think I don't know the longest one, but I know Hajime no Ippo is like at 1500 right now, which is that the boxing anime. You
Yeah.
guys watch those? There's actually like 1500 chapters of that, dude.
oh dang, for
Yeah, and
boxing.
Detective Conan is ridiculously long too.
Is that manga and anime as well?
Yeah, the
Because I
anime
know, yeah.
has. Oh, it's old though. Actually, I think they're just bringing it back. Actually, but Spy Family is also a very long, or Spy versus Spy, or like something like that. Like
Mhm.
there
Spy
are a
versus
couple.
Spy was the one
Yeah.
from
Spy
Mad.
Kids?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but it's like
Where
Spy
they had the
something.
little, yeah.
I think a Spy Family, something. But yeah, there are Clover mangas that are ongoing. Um, it's just One Piece is just far more like known, and
Hmm. Probably one of the
this,
most popular,
yeah,
longest running, or the
yeah,
popular. longest running.
It was the manga that it was the anime that actually got me to reading manga, because I forgot what arc I hit. I think I pretty sure I hit right before the Doflamingo arc. So I think I was Puck Hazard or something. I was somewhere on those lines. And I
Hmm.
come to the anime. I was like, and then my friends and we have other friends in our when I was in track and cross country, or I was track, and he was telling me, yo, just read it, man, just read the manga, trust me. So I was like, alright. So once I started reading it, I was like, you know what, dude, reading manga is pretty fun. And then
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to know what happens at the end of Bleach,
Hmm.
because that anime has been sent to come back since
20 million years
ever.
ago. Yeah.
And it's supposedly coming back next year. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got pushed back to next year. So I'm almost like, are we really getting it? I don't know. So I was like, and to be honest, the ending last arc was kind of disappointment.
Hmm.
Um, I don't like. Do you guys care for
Wait,
spoilers?
spoilers. No, no, no. I don't know if we want to go into
Yeah, I don't know
spoilers
about
here.
spoilers
Yeah, let's
for yeah.
probably
Okay.
not go into
Well,
spoilers
okay.
here.
Okay. I won't go to spoilers then. It's just I didn't like it very much. I didn't like
Hmm.
the very. There are certain things I don't think they had to incorporate, and
Hmm.
then certain things they did just was like, why? Like, why do that? I'm like, all right, it's just not the smartest decisions, I think, in my
So
opinion.
it's not worth the wait.
It's worth like honestly, the fights are cool.
Hmm.
Like there's certain fights I'm actually really excited to see. There's certain
Hmm.
like certain new forms and transformations like all around. That's dude.
Yeah.
There's so much great information and great battles to actually happen.
Hmm.
It was just like certain parts. It just I was just
So I
they
guess to kind
kind
of
of evened out. Like the last arc, I always give it a solid. Like I barely it was not due to the incredible fights and information that like it was in the middle.
Hmm.
yeah.
It would have been a B, but due to that I gave it an A.
Okay.
I guess like because I want to talk about something though that really quick is that because I've noticed that a lot of mangas have a tough time sticking the landing on their last chapter, and I really find that interesting because to like a few like you can think of is probably like Attack on Titan. I haven't read it, but I know a lot of people are upset. I read Prison School. That one pissed me off to no end, and that was like I read
Yeah,
that a long time ago, and like because a lot of the mangas that I've read. I feel like the endings are just not that satisfying. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of mangas now are just like their endings are like,
yeah. It's because they try to please everyone, which is I think is the problem.
Hmm.
I
yeah,
don't think they tried, and is that or is the publisher's fault? Um,
oh,
big
like
the
the
best
editors and stuff like
yeah, the
that.
best example I give you is for Seven Deadly Sins.
Mm.
Okay, I was reading the manga, and by the way, screw Netflix for screwing or fucking up the Meliodas versus Escanor fight. I would not forgive them for that. Um, like I was reading a chapter and it said next week's chapter is the finale. I was like, alright, cool. I can't wait to see what's happened. And it was the last chapter was even titled Epilogue. I
Hmm.
was like, okay. Dude, they went on for another like 5 or 6 chapters, bro. Like or more chapters. I was like, and they ruined it. Like how it finished right there. I was like, yo, this is good. I will accept
Yeah,
this ending. It's a good ending. But they ruined it because the author said the editor made him continue making more like continue it. And
so is it
so
just like a money thing? It's like, hey, we're making a
mhm,
lot of money, and it's just like,
exactly.
I don't know. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, because it's
Same
not
with
my business, but
same with Food Wars that's hanging on my wall. You guys can't see right now.
yeah,
Let me show you quick right there. Uh, it's like the author was gonna end it a certain way, but then like the author says like, nah, you got it in like a different way. I'm like, what? Like, nah, dude. So it
yeah, because
just
like Prison
it
School,
sucks.
like again, like pissed me off so much. I was like, guys, like don't watch it. Don't
Yeah,
even wait for a second season, which we were supposed to get a second season, but we never did.
yeah,
I don't know if like maybe the ending got so much backlash or something, but yeah, that because the ending was so bad, they had to come out with another chapter, but we got trolled because that second chapter that came out like after just made it worse. And then it was just like, oh my gosh, you just made it more confusing. and because I don't
Yeah.
want to go into spoilers for it, but it's just like it wasn't satisfying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like you just ruined all their work, and I don't know like if it's just sometimes like I don't know if like maybe some of the manga creators get kind of like tired, and then they're just like just get it over with,
Mm-hmm.
or but I have a feeling like a lot of them probably just like it's just like a stupid editor where the publishers are like, hey, no, 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 this is what's popular, add this in, you
Exactly.
know?
And it's not fair to the author, and all times like it's too because like even I so, like I read some webtoons like one's called like one unordinary it's honestly that I really recommend it is more about superheroes and superpowers and the more dark side of think of My Hero but like kind of more darker
Mm-hmm.
so the strong kind of rule the weak kind of in a way
Hmm.
there's heroes like or good people, but then like in school, like in high school and middle school, where they're trying to get like the best, like to get the strongest kids in their school, more money and all that stuff, prestige, fame. So a lot of times in schools, they don't care what happens to students. As long as there's no killing involved, they don't care for fights. So a lot of times these schools are dominated by the strongest kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they run the
Yeah.
rules usually. And is the main character where he has like his power is super weak, pretty much almost non-existent. I think yeah, he is non-existent, and his best friend is the strongest person in the school. So he gets picked on, but not as bad until one day it gets too far, and it just shows the dark side. I'm not gonna spoil it because people are gonna want to read it later,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's really good. I enjoy it, and the writer was saying it's a small community, and she was saying it's so mentally tough that she has after the first season was done, which was like 75 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
She had to take like a 4 or 5 month break,
What
and
was she
she's actually
saying like was so tough about it?
like
Like,
it's mental. It's so mental because you're not just writing like thinking about what's gonna happen. They have to think about how that character would act, how these characters would interact with each other,
mhm,
what would make sense, what would they say. You get to
mhm,
go into their mentality a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and
yeah. Oh,
especially
I thought
to
I thought she was just getting like bullied online or
oh no,
something. Like,
and
no,
that
no,
too.
because I understand
Like,
like that's
yeah,
difficult, but because
yeah,
I
and
I know
like
like a lot of them. I'm not sure if that happened to that creator. I'm not sure if you can
yeah,
speak on
I don't
that or
know.
not.
A lot of people like had really good reviews. I didn't really read anything like usually on the because it's on Webtoons if anyone wants to read
Yeah,
it. And all the comments, there's like almost no negative comments on it.
yeah. But
So
it's still
it's
like one pops in here and there. It's like it's difficult.
yeah,
Like,
and
yeah.
it's bad. Like, and so it's hard for the creator, and then especially because if they're small, especially when they're smaller, like her, like they kind of want to please the whole like everyone, which
Yeah.
you can't do. So a lot of times you just do what you want to do. Like best example, Oda, he's doing what the fuck he wants, and if people are like, he even said, uh. People who like post their theories online, if you see ones that's like actually true,
Mm-hmm.
he will change his story. To
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like,
I
no,
like that.
yeah. So like it's
He's
like
like,
no,
screw
no,
you, man.
yeah,
Why'd you get that? Now you're gone.
yeah. So it's harder for smaller people to have their way, especially when it comes to editors.
But also too,
Like
it's like
ma-
he's been
imagine,
doing it for years, so he
yeah,
has like the mental fortitude and like the willingness to just like no.
mhm.
And I feel like because with like up and coming writers, like I don't know, but I'm assuming like they haven't built that like thick skin to just with their stories and all that.
They
Like they're in a more
can,
vulnerable spot
yeah.
when it comes
It's
to
like
like
okay, well, cancel
criticism.
your series if you don't want
Yeah,
to do what we
especially because
do.
it's like
Like
if the numbers aren't adding up, because I know like is it like Shonen Jump, right? They're super competitive. You can just get dropped like
out of
anytime. Your
nowhere.
numbers go down after like, a week or two, and you're like, all right, you're already on the list, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, and I that creates a lot of stress, but I think, I'm not sure if it's like it's just I don't really know like what would be the solution to even like,
It's not as if you're not a writer, if you're not an artist, we don't know. We would never know what to help
yeah,
out. Us as readers, all we could do is
Complain.
take your time, take your break, or complain, be an ass. Like, like the creator for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go get surgery done. I forgot what. And so he took a month off. And everyone's like, yes, go do that because we don't want another Togashi incident. Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Where it goes on a hiatus forever. And he's like, nah, fam, no one could touch my manga. Only I could like write it. Like,
Yeah.
so
But that's hard because like to a lot of them, that's probably like almost like their child. Like
mm,
that's their baby. So it's like it's really hard to let someone take the creative ropes,
yeah.
you
But then it's
know?
like, I said like, okay, I'm like, dude, just have your son and like, because I think his son even said like he wants to continue it. He just consult his dad, like, all right, dad, what do you want? Like, because
Yeah,
you
and
can't write, you're sick. So what do you want? Like, I could just do it for you and everything. And but he doesn't want that. So I'm just like,
Well, because
yeah,
especially
man,
like,
he runs the
stubborn.
risk. He runs the risk of it, like maybe he's not writing it correctly, and then all of a sudden nobody
yeah.
wants to read it, and then the
Yeah.
Well, I
anime's
mean,
dead
right now,
regardless.
no one wants to read right now. Well, okay, that's me. I right now, what's going on? Well, what finished off was like it was Kuripika, and it's like this like an underworld like doing shit. And to me, dude, it was so boring. I'm like, and cause honestly, I don't give a flying butt cheeks about Kurapika. He's a boring character to me. He's a Sasuke
Yeah.
that literally has a Renegon, dude. His
Yeah.
eyes turn red, with his emotions. It's like,
Yeah.
and then his one only good powerful move he can only do against one group of people. It's almost like I'm sorry. I don't care for those emo goth like my everyone killed my family. I gotta get revenge.
Are you disrespecting my goth girls? Are you?
No,
No, I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no. I said guys, not girls, bro. Girls are
Okay, I
different.
was like,
That still applies. No, I'm just kidding. but
And
you
it's
can't
like,
to be consistent. Don't
so
make us consistent here.
since you're
yeah.
kind of speaking on like why it's boring to you, what do you think would make a good manga? Like what sets a manga out that makes you want to read it, or like for a general person, like since I don't read the manga and Ricky doesn't read it, like what would catch our attention? Like what do you like? How do you
um,
find good manga?
Like the traits of a good manga.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So one thing is translation
Mm-hmm.
because
oh, okay.
if you're not reading like I will admit not all my reading is from 100% legal sites. So and
Living the pirate life, like 123.
yeah, and like and especially a lot of these manhwas and manhwas like the Chinese and Korean ones, it's a lot of fan translations.
Right.
So
Yeah,
like I'll be
I
reading
love
it
fan
and
translations.
a lot of them they don't make sense. Like they'll be talking about a guy and they'll be using she her, and they'll be talking about a girl and they'll be using he like him, and or the doesn't make complete sense and the sentence itself doesn't make sense at all
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. I'm just
Oh,
like
so you're talking like grammar wise, like
yeah
it's not 100%. It's just like it'd
yeah
be like
Yeah.
it's
him
bad,
like
Mm-hmm.
dude.
him went to the store.
Hmm But
Like it's not like he went to the
the
store.
Shonen Jump though ones, yes, they're good translations. But I will admit though, in my opinion, the fan translations for Black Clover, My Hero, Jujutsu, and One Piece fan translations are better
Mm-hmm.
than the Viz official translations.
I find fan translations interesting because a lot of the times it's like they don't really get paid for it. If like some people end up like donating sometimes to being like, hey, here's for like spending 20 hours, translating, and I always find them interesting and I appreciate them to a certain degree because when I was first getting into like reading some mangas, I had to like I'm like, oh well, it was a very difficult just a few years ago to get your hands on manga and how do I word it? Like, because you can go to like Barnes and Nobles, but it's a very like it's the most popular stuff,
And they're
and it's just
expensive here in
yeah,
America,
it
bro,
is
compared to
expensive,
Japan and other places, dude.
and it's like when I can afford to purchase them, I'm gonna go and buy them. Like it's like one of those things. Cause I would like a big, massive like manga wall, but that's besides the point. But I always think the fans translations are interesting because sometimes they take the liberty of translating very loosely and then they make him like swear more and stuff like that. And I just think it's funny. Like I don't take it too serious. Like if it's something that if it's a serious manga, I'm like, okay, I want a serious translator. But sometimes like the translators are fun and they put memes in like at the end
Yeah.
and like they're cool. They seem cool people. It's like I
Yeah.
appreciate because like that's a very like how do I word like a very like not very like no one sings their praises. The people who like translate this stuff, So it's like it's a tough job, man. Like it really is.
Yeah, and like for like although the Korean Chinese man ones too, like a lot of them will have like they put like little jokes too like on the pictures and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
it's just nice. And like I remember one a good example I could think of why some of the fan translations are better than Viz is Black Clover. This
Okay.
is this is a little the name of the new like, sword is I'm not gonna say it, but it sounded way better in English or in the fans translations and then the Viz. I read the fan one. I was like, dude, that's I love that name. Actually, no, wait, did you guys? Do we know it? Yeah, okay, yeah. Are you guys caught on Black Clover
Nope.
at all?
No, 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 no.
Or you guys read it or watch it?
Nope.
No, I haven't
No.
been. I haven't.
Oh,
I just was turned off to it immediately, and I just
Yep.
never
okay.
Same
picked
Well,
it
here.
up again.
okay. So I'll say it then, because it's already named. It's called the Demon. In the French translation, it was called the Demon Decapitator.
Nice.
I was like,
Demon
dude.
Decapitator.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's a
The
pretty cool
DD.
name. Yeah, and then like for the fans for the official translation, it was like I can't honestly I can't remember it because it was stupid,
It's
so I
probably just
didn't
like
plan.
Demon Sword.
Yeah, it was like something super basic. I was
Big
like, dude,
sword.
come on. Yeah,
Big
and
pointy sword
so
thing.
I liked it.
So
Dude, oh,
what else besides
artwork,
translations though?
artwork, art, dude. Some of the artwork art is amazing. Like One Punch Man, dude. I forgot the artist for One Punch Man, but his artwork is so damn beautiful.
Hmm.
I love it. Record of Ragnarok. Even though that anime, oh, I'm s- I was loving the anime until the fucking slideshows showed up.
Like, hold
Um,
up, did I pick up the manga?
yeah, no, I was like, dude, why you just ruin the best part of the fight with fucking slideshows? I literally read it. Like, but what got me was actually I saw on TikTok someone like posted panels of Record Ragnarok. I was like, it was the Lubu versus Thor fight,
Oh, okay. The very first
and
fight.
I was like, okay, okay. I like just the artwork itself could get me into it.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, because
like
I read the first chapter. I'm like, hold up, this
yeah,
art's a
like
little bit better than
yeah,
whatever they did for the anime. Because the anime,
exactly.
I just don't think it translated very well. Because
Netflix,
it's
dude, I don't know what Netflix is doing, bro. Netflix like just has a habit of just not giving what we want. Like they were doing so good until the fucking slideshow. I was okay with the animation. I was like, I could deal with the
it was
animation. It's not that
stylistic.
bad.
To me, it was
Yeah,
stylistic. So I was like,
yeah.
okay.
For
I'm
dieting,
not sure. It reminded me of like those.
Yeah, that's
get the
two
fucking
big
hands.
reasons why I like that one.
But I was like, I'm gonna
Like,
throw my tidbit in there. But yeah, because like with it kind of was reminiscence of like when you see like those Marvel, like those older Marvel animated like cartoons. Like it kind of had like that anime like Western style, if that made sense. Like if you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about, like those like it
yeah. I
reminded me
like.
of that, so I liked it like for
Yeah, it
that.
was nice. And but like, it's just they fucked up with the slideshow part. But it was I only saw the artwork. I didn't read any of it. Like I didn't read any of the titles. I was just looking. I'm like, dude, this looks dope. So I picked it up like at chapter 22 or something like that. And I was like, damn, dude. By the way, the second season, I might finish it because I the second season they're gonna start off with the Jack the Ripper fight,
Oh, that's
and
right.
that
Yeah.
that fight is fucking great. So if I might give it a chance again. We'll see.
Mhm.
But yeah, the artwork is it's phenomenal. A big reason why if I can't get into the artwork,
Yeah.
I at one point I'm just gonna drop it. Like
Okay.
there's no
So
point
far
like
we have art and then translation and then what was the other one?
um storyline.
Story. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, story. Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Oh, okay.
Like, cause I don't like. I mean, I watch random ass anime just with no plot. No, there's nothing.
No plot, but
Uh,
some plot.
yeah. But then like, cause like at first a lot of them would be going strong. Like the beginning's kind of the usual like I'm weak, gonna get strong, or a lot of the ones I read I'm also reading right now. It's like a lot of reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Where uh they either get sent from their world to a different one like isekai, or they get like into the future of their own world. Or
Okay.
sometimes I actually been enjoying some of these it's they go back in time to like the younger selves before the world changing event happened, you know?
Oh,
Or
is
Interesting.
that
when
like
there
Tokyo
were
Revengers or something like that?
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like that. Or there's or like there's times where like they kind of go double. Like there's one webtoon that I highly recommend that everyone should read. It's called The Beginning After the End, where this man he was in his world it was all about martial arts and swords that were like the primary like uh strength of the world. And because back like in his it's like it was more like medieval times kind of, so like knights and stuff like that. And he was a king, and he was like the strongest. Like he was the strongest ever. Like he had no one to call an opponent, you know. And so after he died and he got reincarnated as a little boy, but retaining all his memories. So
Hmm.
it's all the time. Like they all retain their memories. And in this world, new world, sword is a huge part of the deal, but so is magic. Kind of like Mucho Tensei, if you guys watch that on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh,
jobless
that's the one with
reincarnator.
the yeah. It's like where the kid he's learning magic, right?
Yeah. So
Okay,
like
yeah.
that,
Because I
like
saw
like
I
that.
saw like the first
Nice.
episode for that,
That
and
was a
then I
good
was just
anime.
Yeah.
like, that
You
sounds
should
that
watch it.
sounds familiar.
I highly recommend it. I actually was reading the manga first. Actually, a lot of the manga and manuals I'm reading right now are getting animated, so I'm actually really
Right.
stoked.
Well, I guess that's a good segue to
Yeah.
have you start doing that tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess kind of to make it a little bit easier, so that if you're listening to us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from, we are also going to be putting up a YouTube version of this. We always do it for all our episodes, but most likely we will be kind of chopping this part out of the podcast and uploading it as a separate piece, just so that you don't have to go and search through the YouTube video for whatever part you're going to want to listen to actually see what we're talking about. But we're going to continue and keep talking about this. We're going to just actively describe what the anime we're looking at and what tier they are in. And so, but if you want to be able to see it, go check out our YouTube channel. We are Past the Pop Culture on YouTube. And so, yeah, you can give us a like, hopefully, on there as well. If you're already on YouTube, then
Subscribe.
you don't got to worry about it. Yeah, I got to chill for a minute. But all right. So this is kind of like, I'm not sure if you want to already kind of take the ropes here, but this is kind of like our best, like our kind of like shonen tier list and slash like what are some good like mangas to get into as like a beginner. So it's gonna kind of like work for both. I guess that's like a good way to, because a
Yeah.
lot of these like S tier, um, mangas, a lot of them will have anime adaptations like Naruto and My Hero Academia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I don't know what the tier list order you is, but those are just some to name. But so yeah, so of course it's like these are good animes to always get into, and probably a lot of them are like must reads or must watches. But we'll have you kind of do your own thing, Angel. So take it away. I don't know why you want how you want to start off on this.
So I'm just putting out there now. I did not make this tier list. I went on Tier Maker and just typed in Shonen Jump ones because I tried
Yeah.
making one, but then I realized, fuck, I had download all these images. What the heck? Like that's what it
Yeah,
seemed
yeah.
like.
It
So
ain't
unless I
easy.
find a different way, whatever,
I
this
know
is the
because
yeah,
we
like
tried
this is
doing
the
our
best
own
one.
too, and you have to. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So shout out to the people who make these,
Yeah,
man.
seriously, and
But
there's a lot of them too. So, but I don't want to go through every single one. So I picked one that was,
yeah,
not too long. Ones that I at least seen the most of or read most of them,
Stuff
and
we can
just like
talk about.
and then and these are like the more known ones. So especially if you're not like heavily into anime or manga, or if
Mhm.
you just kind of the beginning, you only know like My Hero, or I know Naruto, or like One
Yeah.
Piece. Certain times like this will help give broader range of to similar like what comes like in the same magazine
Mhm.
as it because all these Shonen Jump itself, it's its own magazine line in America and actually in Japan too. But over there, I think it's called Shonen Jump, I think, or Shonen
Mhm.
itself. Yeah. So these are all that all come on the same like magazine monthly tier list. So these are, but I see most of these though, so we're good. We're okay there.
So
Yeah,
when
yeah.
So
you so real quick though, when you put them
yes.
on the tier list, is it gonna be the actual order? So like if it's S,
Okay.
and is it gonna be like one,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, or is it just gonna be like
Yes.
random order?
I'm gonna try to put them in my opinion
Okay.
where they belong. Some of them, if I can't decide, I'll let you know. I'm just like I'm not too sure which one this
Okay.
belongs. So I'm just leaving this person here for now.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is Angel's
But
opinion only.
yes, sir. Oh,
Go hate on
here.
him, not
No,
us.
this is definitive. If you disagree, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay? No,
Yeah.
no.
All
Yeah.
right.
This is
So
gospel.
I'm gonna start at the very beginning here. At Attack on Titan with Eren Yeager. I'm gonna give it an A.
What
It,
about
it
that
was a really
ending though?
it was really great. The ending, not bad. Like it was really good. I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it most of the way through. Him being kind of a crybaby in the beginning kind of sucked, but
Mm-hmm.
towards like especially right now, what's going in the manga, I really enjoyed how he is, his mentality. Just I like finally, dude. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, go, bro, go.
Oh, okay.
Like
I was like, hold up.
It just
We
took
we
four
yeah.
talking about
So
seasons.
yeah. So like
So is this A for both anime and manga, or is it just?
mm, yeah. The ending for this manga though is very controversial. I did not enjoy. I accept the ending. I didn't. I did not enjoy it.
you don't
It was very
appreciate it.
Fair
It
enough.
was yeah. I was confused. I had to actually watch some YouTube videos explaining that to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Oh, that's not good when the ending's too confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then he ended up then he came out with another chapter afterwards, kind of explaining more, but kind of didn't, kind of did. But from what I've been heard, he's actually gonna change it in the anime to
Yeah,
make it a
that's what
lot
I was
more
about
sense.
to say. So yeah.
So it's an A tier right now, and I think for me personally, it's gonna stay an A tier, even if the ending changes, unless like he drastically changes it like very well.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's a solid A.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is for the
Uh,
most part just manga. So it's
yeah,
like
for only
it's
for
like
most manga. Like
the
I'll
ending's
let you
already
know.
done.
Yeah, so I'll let you know because there's a few here that I've only seen the anime only. So I'll point out those ones just so because the people who did read them, they could say their opinions, what they thought if the
Mhm.
manga was better than the anime or vice versa.
Yeah.
Because
We're not gonna
I
pretend
like
that
to.
we actually read them.
Yeah. So Black Clover right now, I also giving it an A
Oh, above
because yes,
Attack on
right
Titan?
like right now what's going on in the manga. Okay,
Interesting.
it's going up, dude. It's pretty fire. Not gonna lie, it's pretty fire. I'm enjoying it very heavily right now.
Hmm.
What they kind of like. There's some things like in the beginning of the manga starting where the anime stopped off.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of slow, but it picks up right now. And then, okay, I'm like, all right, cool. We're at the really good part. So I'm really enjoying it.
Also,
Bleach.
like, how many
Oh,
chapters are you looking at? Like for each anime, so people can kind of know, like, or I'm sorry,
oh,
for each manga.
fuck, dude. I don't know.
You don't
Usually,
know? Well, like,
uh,
just like, is it
'cause
hundred
yeah,
plus?
it's usually around a little less than 200 chapters for finished.
Okay,
Except for Hajime no
like
Ippo,
Yeah, like the long ones. Yeah.
JoJo, like the super long running ones. Yeah, those like
Dragon
you go
Ball.
on forever. Yeah. Bleach right now, I'm also giving it. This is hard because I don't know. I don't know to give it an A plus or an S minus.
Ooh.
Just because no, I'm just leave it for here for now.
Well,
Um,
what? Why would you say that's an S over Attack on Titan?
the
'Cause I
ending
feel
was
like that's
just I enjoyed it much more.
Mhm.
From beginning to end. Bleach was also a lot longer than Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Um, I just like Bleach was also one of my OG animes that I first started
Oh,
watching.
so
So
it's a
there,
little biased,
yeah.
right?
So there is fuck, what's that word called? I have to think of it later. Where you reminisce of your childhood days.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgic.
Yeah,
Nostalgic. It's
nostalgic. Yeah.
nostalgic. Yeah, yeah. So it's just nostalgic stuff. It just in the last, like I said earlier, the last couple, like the last arc that's coming out, like there's good and then there's the bad parts, you know. So it just if they change the bad parts a little bit in the anime, yeah, then it would be a solid S for me at that point, you know.
Okay.
Um, Blue, no, this is that's not Blue Exorcist, is it? Shit, yeah, Blue Exorcist. I this is anime only for me. I watched this during the 20 like 11 20 like 2010 2012 Netflix anime days where they had that whole ass catalog of anime,
Oh yeah.
and I literally spent my whole summer watching pretty much every single one of those animes, which
Nerd.
is one of the reasons like one of the huge things I got into anime. So I really enjoyed it. The reason to be is because I can't remember a lot of stuff from it. I
Mhm.
just remembering I enjoy it, and if people ask me if to watch it, yes, I'll tell them yes, solid yes, watch it. It's good, but it's not a you must
You
watch.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
You can skip it.
Yeah. Um, this garbage belongs in literal shit. For those who don't know what garbage I'm talking about Baruto. Baruto is complete garbage to me in my opinion. From what I've heard right now, the manga since Kishimoto is back and like writing it and everything, I heard it's doing phenomenal. It's doing great. I seen some panels. It looks cool, but I'm sorry, dude. Like the whole first part just ruined Baruto. Like
It's so
they could,
Is Boruto the one where the original creator of Naruto had to like step in and be like, okay, I have to help these guys.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Like, listen, buddy.
yeah, y'all
yeah.
suck
You're
at
Because
it.
kind of
like,
ruining my characters here.
dude, like not gonna like the first part got me hyped because I thought they showed like an older version of Baruto,
Yeah, yeah,
all like this whole like decked out, facing this enemy. I was like, dude,
exactly.
let's go! Like, dude, this looks dope. And then we got Baruto. I was like, why is this man giving such hard time to Naruto? Why is man complaining about family? Does he not know what the fuck Naruto has been through? Like, dude, it just takes me off. Like him as
See
a
Dom come out. Did you say
dude.
family? Sorry, I've been doing that too much.
Yeah,
I've
Yeah,
been
you
too
have.
much on the
I
internet.
think you've done that every
yeah,
episode so far.
Because every time we even happen to bring out family, and I'm like, family?
yeah. It's just
Stupid
like
TikTok.
yeah. So like to me, that's and most majority of the people I believe will agree with me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Uh, Super. I'm giving that an A just because it's still ongoing right now. It's still ongoing. So I don't like to give full S's to things that are still ongoing for a thing, you know, because things could still happen, you know.
You got to stick the
And
landing first.
yes, and to me the reason it's an A is because it's nostalgic. Dragon Ball Z is one of my Dragon Ball series. The Dragon Ball series
Yeah,
itself
yeah.
is my my
Wait.
personal favorite
So if this
series.
is nostalgic, and same thing with Bleach, why is Bleach S in Dragon
Because
Ball's
super,
A?
because it's super, because it's super, and then there's Z. There's a. I guess letting people know, in this tier list for some reason they have super and Z as different series. So since super is still going on right now is an A, but if it continues being bang, but right now in the current arc, I don't know how I currently feel about the new villain, like how it came to be the
Yeah,
villain.
Moros.
No, it's a new one.
Isn't that the name of the second guy? Oh no,
Yeah, no,
that's.
they finished that
Oh
arc
no, yeah,
already.
yeah.
That arc's
Wait, who's
done.
the
This is
new
a new
guy?
arc.
What's his new name? The guy, the
I
human or
forgot,
whatever.
dude. Yeah, I forgot.
Like Vegeta gets
But
a new form. Like, come on now.
yeah, Vegeta's and Goku, like Vegeta's new form. I'm actually really excited to see that animated, just because I want to see what it fucking looks like. So that's not
Maybe next
colored.
year.
Like it looks like it's great. So right now I'm just holding its placeholder is an A right now. That's it.
All right.
Only reason
We get
why.
the hate.
Yeah, before I get hate. Then Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, no, that's
Fine. Yeah, okay.
completely automatic
All
S.
right.
Like
Now I'm less
that
triggered.
was that Dragon Ball Z was the okay actual first anime that I could actually say that I knew figure out it was anime. Cause I don't know if I count Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as anime because they're more they was so heavily American influenced.
They were westernized in many ways.
Yes. So and I found out actually, did you know, in Dragon Ball Z in the anime when Goku was going Super Saiyan and for the first time, and he was giving Frieza that whole speech like on the light bringer, whatever, justice, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
In the manga, he never said that.
True.
Dang.
Yeah, so a lot of people like I said like a lot of people like say Goku's like it's a horrible hero. I'm like, dude, he's not a hero. Are you
He's
been
literally
paying
just
attention?
he just wants to fight.
He's on the fight. I'm like, are you not been paying attention? Like, dude, he gave a sensu bean to one of the strongest, like, his strongest enemy, and have it beat the living shit out of his son.
Yep.
Like, do you think he's a fucking big hero? No, he's a fight. So,
So this is gonna be a loaded question though.
yes,
Why do you think so many people who I guess maybe it's just because of our days, but back then, why was Dragon Ball Z like such a I don't know gateway to anime?
I think it's because it felt like it didn't really feel like an anime,
Mm-hmm.
but you could tell it was not an actual American cartoon due to
Right.
the art style. So I think that, and plus us Americans, we like violence, we like fighting,
Yeah.
we love to see that stuff. So thinking that was, and it was very new to us. Because
Mhm.
like, think about it, what did we have as kids growing up that had that type of animation, that type of graphics,
True.
that type of fighting? We had Scooby Doo, we had Courage, we had
Ed, and
Billy
Eddie.
and Mandy, Ed and Eddie. Like we had stupid, dumb anime cartoon shows, you know?
We need the
Well,
muscular men
anime,
fighting shirtless.
yeah, well, anime at first I didn't realize it, but they're teaching you life lessons, you know?
Mm.
Like unlike Vader Zim, you know, like
Hey,
Gur though, Gur number one.
that was a big
Still
shots
playing
fired
that
towards me. What the heck?
we're still playing that Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
fighting game though.
Oh yeah, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like it just no
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
we-
like
yeah, we
different.
get, yeah,
It's
we get you.
different.
yeah.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, like our shows were amazing compared to like what kids have nowadays, like that weird shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a whole different episode.
Yeah.
That's actually be another good podcast is to talk about modern cartoons versus
Yeah.
like older cartoons because that would be interesting, like a generational
Well, not even that.
thing
Like
too.
past anime, like why? Like I said, like why is Dragon Ball Z so like widely
Yeah.
known, or like Sailor Moon? You know, like those old school animes.
Exactly.
I think because
Oh
those were just popular already in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and since only the most popular
yeah.
stuff already got any sort of like chance here, those were the ones that people naturally gravitated toward, and like it was just very difficult to get like a hold of anime. So it was
Before
one of the few
people
things.
actually before people trigger me, the original big three is Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Yu Yu Hakusho came out before the big three. The big three were considered the top selling mangas during that time. So people who are saying Dragon Ball Z is in the big three, I'm sorry, it is not. It is known to be the godfather of all the anime
It's
because
the precursor.
yeah, no, like even like
The best.
all manga artists, like even Naruto, Kishimoto, Bleach, they all said it was thanks to Dragon Ball Z paving their way for like the anime to explode, and especially in America.
And that's why
Like
Dragon
that
Ball Z
meme
is
where
the
you
best
have
anime.
like what is it? Like you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're all like little turtles and then they all
Yeah,
grow up and then
yeah,
so it's like
exactly.
that.
Yes, yeah. So before people trigger me saying like all this other shit, I'm just letting you know that is true. Don't come at me with this new shit. All right, this new big three. I don't give a fuck about the new big three. I won't cover the old.
Actually, that'd be a good question because that's a like because I know you don't care, but like if you had to say what are the new big three, what would be the new big three to you? Because no one can
My
agree.
My Hero, uh, Black Clover, and had to be Boruto, dude. It had to be Boruto. Because
What?
it was big in Japan. It's big in Japan. That's why.
But
Yikes.
that's like I
Uh,
feel like that's cheating because Naruto was part of the old one.
yeah,
Boruto is just riding
yeah.
on that.
So if I didn't have to pick like not that one, maybe I don't want to say Jujutsu because Jujutsu kind of came a little after,
Yeah.
and like he's and Yuji is not like the other typical
Shonen.
shonen protagonist, you
Yeah.
know, like compared
Yeah.
to Asta and Deku, you know. And so I guess if you want me to, I guess I could say Jujutsu since it's spiraling. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It will be Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I was about to say, are
Really.
you hello?
So I don't know why Demon Slayer passed my head, dude. Like it just I was just thinking of the animes and I was just like, wait, hold on. And I saw one of your figures. I was like, wait, Demon Slayer. I see. Yeah, I
Interesting.
see. I see. Yes, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
those are. I
it's
say,
just everyone has a different opinion on what like the new big three are, but because I've
and
always felt
it's
like
top selling. It's a top selling manga.
yeah,
That's what it is.
because to me I've always seen it as like the big three are the ones that have like hundreds of chapters and hundreds of episodes, the ones that have been like ongoing for a while, and kind of like they're of course yeah they're the most popular, but I feel like anime is more like done in like 12 episode batches now if you're lucky 24 and like the
Yeah,
full like
I
the
don't like.
long
I don't.
format. But I understand because it's like you don't want to overwork these animators by like
Yeah,
every week pumping them out. So I understand why they do like 24 or like 12 batches. But like because then a lot of the times it would just be filler. Like Naruto had so much filler, So it's like I prefer like it's just all canon and everything. So it's not
yeah,
too bad, but I just think like there's not really like super long like ongoing animes
exactly.
now.
It's
Like
sad.
besides
It's sad. It's very sad to me because I like reading long mangas and stuff like that. But going back
mm,
to our tier list,
yes, got sidetracked, sorry.
Thank you.
another hard for one that another like it's hard for me to choose between S and A just due to the pure ending of the anime was Death Note. Um, just because in my opinion, M and N couldn't replace L as like his counterpart, and then just how he was at the end before he at the ending. Uh, I feel like it wasn't like him. I feel like it was very like I was like I kind of wish for something else, you know.
Yeah.
But in the newest chapter, it's kind of like a side story.
Mhm.
They might have showed him becoming a Shikigami.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Hmm.
because for those who use the Death Note cannot go to heaven or hell.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, so the king of like whatever is like, I might as well just make him Shikigami. You know, that's what I've heard. Because like at the very end they showed like a new Shikigami coming out and it looks like light. So,
Interesting. That'd be kind of cool.
I yeah. Full Metal Brother Alchemist. Yes, I will give that a solid S. In my opinion, I like Full Metal Alchemist better, the original.
Mhm.
Just
Uh-huh.
for like, in my okay, storyline. Uh, like the original was better. I enjoyed it. Brotherhood had amazing graphics, amazing fights. So another reason why an S. And uh, it's also one like a very good starter anime as well because it's short. It's like only 24 episodes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Uh, there's a bunch of feelings. It kind of will get you ready into the kind of expect you to see, especially that
Catching the
dog,
feels.
the Nina part. And for those who know, it'll get you ready for heartbreaking moments. And like, what the fuck? Like, kill that motherfucker! Like this, it's a very good like segue into anime, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I can agree to that.
Uh, Fairy Tale. I'm
I feel
giving
like
it.
that's a little controversial.
Yes.
No.
I enjoy it very much. Waifus,
That's a
the
little
waifus in that show are S plus tier.
True.
Don't get me wrong. But the show
We're doing
itself,
waifus now as
I'm
justification to be
sorry.
better than
He
Attack on
literally
Titan.
made the power of friendship into magic. That just ruined it for me.
But why is it A then?
But
I don't.
still
I.
A, still A.
There's no way
Yeah,
it's A.
overall, that's because other than that, I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Actually, it took me forever to convince our brother to watch this show, and like the
Yeah.
fighting, like, and the end, and like the what is going on right now in Fairy Tail itself is actually really good as well. Because it's right now they're continuing on. If you remember, Guildarts went on to a S rank quest called the 100-Year Quest.
Yeah.
They're actually doing a series about that with Natsu, Urza, Lucy, and Gray doing that mission.
Interesting.
And it turns out they have to find the 4 holy dragons or the 4 god dragons.
Oh, really? Wait, so the
Yeah,
manga's
and
not done?
no,
Or
well,
technically,
okay, yeah, Fairy Tail is done. It's called Fairy Tail 100-Year
oh,
Quest.
okay. It's called Eden
So
Zero.
it's ongoing. Yeah. Eden Zero is a completely whole new like series that I actually am really enjoying right now.
It came out
Really
already,
good.
right?
Uh,
At least the
and
anime.
yeah, it comes out on Netflix in the 26th
Oh, okay.
or something like that.
Okay.
In America, it's already out in Japan and other parts.
Oh, okay.
Gintama, I haven't seen or read this show, but it's actually one of the longest running shows as well.
Oh.
From what I've heard, it's hilarious. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
Mm.
But it's hilarious. It's really good. It's a parody show of other animes.
Right.
So if it's Gintama is more of a show if you've seen other animes,
Mm-hmm.
you would enjoy it a lot more because then you understand a lot more of the parodies, a lot more of the comedy and stuff like that.
Mm.
Compared
Okay.
to if you've never seen any, you won't really understand what's going
Okay.
on. Haikyuu, I give this a solid S. One of the best sports animes in my opinion.
Better than Death Note?
Um, it's yeah, in my opinion, yeah. It's hard to say which one's better, just because they're 2 complete different genres.
Uh-huh.
One's a sports, one's a
That's true.
horror thriller. But like, Haikyuu is just. I never knew I could enjoy watching volleyball, and like it really gets you like into the show itself. For me, for the top like 3 sports, it goes Diamond No Ace,
Mm-hmm.
Haikyuu, Kuroko no Basket.
Interesting.
Those are my top 3. Yeah. Like, and at first, like, I didn't want to I was pushing off Haikyuu, but then, like, I watched it one day. I was like, this shit's fucking good. So I continued watching it. The animation's clean, too. Hunter x Hunter, S tier, even though it's been pissing me off with the
I was like,
manga.
didn't you just say you hated that right now?
But,
Love-hate
dude,
relationship.
they show the Chrollo versus Hisoka fight. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful fight, bro. Great fight. I love
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter, dude. Like, and it's just, dude, the Chimera Ant arc too. Man, one of the best arcs in
Mhm.
anime history. Hajime no Ippo, S tier. Another great sports anime. It's a boxing show.
Mhm.
Great. It's phenomenal. It's actually one of the older shows too. I think it came out in the 90s or early
It's very
2000s.
old, yeah.
Yeah, it's also like we were talking about earlier. It's like a 1,500 chapters right now, and um, it's really great because you go from this fisherman kid just punching like his one guy telling me he'll punch his punching bag one day, and they saw he's a freaking hard hitter, and like yo, you want to start boxing, and he starts boxing, and he finds like loves boxing, and it's just great, phenomenal. Jojo, I have never seen Jojo. In my opinion, it belongs in the complete
I
shit
knew you were gonna say
tier.
that.
But I acknowledge it for what it's done, for what people love.
I can't find an interest in watching it.
The
I don't know
animation
why.
just throws. And then one of my roommates, when I was living with my homies, was watching it, and I just see a fucking gorilla talking and having like fucking a stand. I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And like,
Oh my God.
it's just I'm sorry, I couldn't get to the animation. I tried on like 3 separate occasions, dude. I could not.
Really?
I couldn't. Dude, season 1, dude, the animation, I couldn't. I just couldn't.
You can just watch it for the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Uh,
just see the like JoJo out of context stuff and then get a
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
Chrono Sunshine or Samurai X, whatever. I never said. I think I used to watch it like when it first came out. But the thing is, I cannot remember the storyline at all.
So long ago where it's like
Yeah, dude.
it's
Like,
not
so
even,
that's it was
you
it was
can't
on
comment.
Toonami. It was on Toonami. Like,
Mhm.
it came out. It was on with Inuyasha and all that stuff. So to me, I just can't remember it. So I'm only putting in I haven't read, and like, just because I can't remember it much. But I remember people saying it's a really great anime. So, Kuroko no Basket, S tier. It's actually the first sports or no second anime I watched, but this one really got me to sports. The first one I watched was iShield 21 on Toonami. That's a football one.
Jeez.
Yeah, but Kurano Basket, like, think of like just the animation itself makes these people like have like superpowers or something, dude. It's hilarious, dude. I love it. Like, and it's like some of these things don't make sense, but I love it. My Hero. This is an S tier show. Actually, I was actually talking to my brother about this earlier. The reason I was kind of debating putting an A is just because right now in the manga, it is if they do this part right, like
Mhm.
perfectly right, like or not perfectly, but it's correct, dude. This show complete S plus tier, bro.
Really?
Because what Hirokoshi is doing with Deku right now as the MC. Deku went from like a bottom tier MC for me to like a top tier MC, dude.
Really?
Like he is phenomenal right now. Like I am loving him. Like
Would you
and the only
recommend
thing,
reading that instead of watching?
yes, highly. Because
Because
I
I
also
used to read that, and I stopped reading the manga though because I felt like I kept comparing it too much to the manga, and like I know that a lot of the fights, um,
I was very disappointed
just
in the overhaul versus
yeah, the
Vermilion
overhaul
fight.
fight,
I
yeah,
was very disappointed because
it
in the
was.
manga you felt a lot. You could feel the emotions during the fight.
I
You
think it
could
felt more of like Million's like desperation. I
yeah.
think that was more there, like to win, like, and then it just I
Dude,
felt
especially like
especially
you could like, in the way Hirikoshi drew it, you could literally see his hand phasing through Overhaul's hand and punching him. You saw that,
what
dude.
was
It
his
was
name? Fat Gum? Is that what his name is?
oh yeah, Fat Gum, dude. That
Dude,
fight
that
too
fight
was
in the manga was a little bit better. I just
and
think it
dude
was
and
like
how when you finally saw him completely skinny, dude, you're just like damn Fat
shredded.
Gum. Yeah, like oh and like
Did
especially
I bang?
when the million no lost his power,
Mhm.
you you really felt that in the manga, dude. Like you really like you could see
Interesting.
it in his face that it like, bro, I lost my powers.
So
I cannot be a
so
hero.
do you feel that more in the manga because it's I don't know, like in the anime, did they just kind of like skip over some important scenes or like phrases or
Yeah, like
something?
I feel like I feel like they're kind of like they kind of want to get out of the way, kind of
Okay.
thing, to
Yeah,
get to Deku
yeah.
versus Overhaul,
Yeah.
which, in my opinion, I think the manga was better as well
The
for
fights were
Deku.
longer.
Yeah,
The
the fights are
fights
definitely
felt like they
longer.
were longer. It was just
Yeah,
because I feel like in the anime it was a little bit more like 1, 2, okay, like let's go on to the main
yeah,
fight.
it was. Yeah, and like so that's what makes I kind of like it. And right now, in like the manga, it's top tier. Like I literally can't say anything about it, but dude, it's
So
the only thing that's wrong with it is Todoroki still has no fucking character progression whatsoever.
oh, bottom tier character by the way, in
Yes,
my
in my yeah, dude,
opinion.
Really?
I don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
he's cool powers. I don't give a
So
flying frick
the
about him.
movie, because it's kind of relatable. The movie that's coming out this year or next year, whatever, is that in the manga or is that just its own?
No,
Okay.
that's something.
Were any of the movies in the manga?
I
No.
think the first movie though was canon, and then the second movie it was supposed to
Uh,
be like
No, the first
the
one was
somewhat
just
like
random,
okay,
wasn't it?
so oh,
well yeah, but
so
it's
the one.
supposed to be canon to the anime, and then the second one was like a possible ending, right? If I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that
the second
correctly.
one, the one with Deku and Bakugo sharing whatever,
Yeah.
like the one
Yeah.
for all. Yeah, that was her. That was because originally that's how he wanted to end this whole series
Yeah.
was like that. But
Hmm.
then he's like, oh shit, everyone's actually enjoying my manga, so he decided to change it and make it longer.
Interesting.
So from what I've heard, because this has been circulating in the anime community, that My Hero Academia is coming to an end soon. But that's the academia part. He's
Oh,
so the thing is, like My Hero something else now,
so like them
because
done with school or something, or
hmm
oh,
which makes sense right now because what's going on in the manga, which makes sense.
without.
So
I kind of just want to know, do they up? I don't know. They graduate or something in the manga? No, they're still freshmen or whatever. Oh, okay. That's
they're
a long
about to
high
start their
school.
second year. Yeah, they're about to start the second year.
Dang, I would want to go to
Been
high
a
Like,
school.
long first year,
Yeah.
boys.
all right, back to their tier list. Naruto, S plus, S tier. I'll put you.
I mean, that's a given. I think for Naruto,
Like,
just either manga or anime, you have to watch
Yeah.
it. I
mhm,
think it's just one of those things like it's a must watch.
exactly.
Just have the filler list next to you and then watch it. You'll be good.
That's literally what I did. If you don't watch the filler, you can get through it pretty quick because
Mm.
like
Yeah.
40% of it is like filler.
Okay,
So it's like,
Naruto itself, that not much. It's Naruto Shippuden. That's like a shit ton of filler.
yeah.
Um, I put Seven Deadly Sins here as A tier just because I was enjoying it until the ending, where they lied of the ending of when it was gonna end. Um, Noragami, great show. I would honestly put this in A tier. Uh, yes, it might be a little confusing at first.
Mm.
You kind of pay attention to this show, but I really enjoy it. It's pretty much about there's the gods are real in this show in this world, and this guy is like a one of the lowest gods because the more followers you have, the stronger you are. But thing is if you have no if no one remembers you, you disappear. You're gone.
Hmm.
So and like he only has like one follower or something like that. So like it's a really good show. I highly recommend it.
Does that mean
Hey,
One
Bunny
Piece.
Senpai is a top tier god?
Oh,
Is it gone? Oh.
yeah. Uh
So it's just Twitter with extra steps. Is that it?
yeah.
No.
So
Just
One
kidding.
Piece here, of course, automatic S.
Wait, we're lower than Dragon Ball Z?
My my personal opinion, Dragon Ball Z is always number one. But like in talking reality, like if I'm not talking nostalgic and like my number one favorite, One Piece is because like dude, right now, what's going on One Piece, bro? What is going on? So much is happening, and like with Kaido, with Yamato, with dude, everything that's going on right now. Whew,
So in case it wasn't
like,
obvious, Angel's a big fan of
Oda,
One Piece.
Oda does
He
not
likes it a
miss,
little bit.
bro. And trust me, I used to hate One Piece. I was like, bro, there's like over 300 fucking episodes. I'm not gonna watch that shit, and I caved in
Does
and
your brother
was
like it
watching it.
then?
Yeah, he's enjoying it. Like
Okay.
man, I love it.
But he's
One Punch
also a
Man.
furry, so.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call him
Uh,
out like that.
let's see. One Punch Man here is S tier.
hmm
Both manga and anime.
I thought
Anime, great,
Hey, what about
hilarious.
I thought the second
Like,
season sucked.
yeah.
yeah, I was about to say like,
Honestly, I know why people thought that. I thought the animation, yeah,
bro,
the
they
animation was
gave like
different.
his bald head like the anime booby blush. Like,
I
Yes.
honestly, I didn't care for. I was like, dude, as long as I'm laughing, I don't give a fuck. Like, and most going and this the artist himself just draws so beautiful. Like, it's like just so
oh yeah,
beautiful,
but
dude.
this
Like,
is more of the manga, so
yeah. So like, it's like honestly, it's S. Like, and right now it's going on, and I'm like, I like it too because you think One Punch Man, dude, he's gonna kill people with one punch, but like they make it so he cannot find the boss so soon, you know. So you actually see a lot of cool shit happening and stuff like that. Um. This one's called Hitman Reborn. I have never seen this. Never watched it.
I
I heard.
think my one of my friends was having me, I
Yeah,
think,
I
watch
heard it's
that
good.
one.
I think I tried watching it, and then like when the main character was like a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like
Right,
I
all
just
the
turned
main
off.
characters are kids.
Yeah, I was just kind of I was like whatever. Naruto Shippuden. I'm sorry, this belongs in A tier for me, not
Hmm.
S tier. Just because due to the sheer amount of filler. And what they did with the Kaguya and everything, like that to me
Yeah.
was just done. Like I'm like, why, why'd you do that and everything? And I don't know, just wasn't as well done as Naruto. Soul Eater, I would give this an A tier.
I
Fan,
remember
have you?
that one. I've seen this
Yeah,
one.
I'm like fan. I think you seen Soul Eater.
Yeah.
It's a really good show. It's an older show. It's a 2012, 2015 show. Really,
2013.
the 2013.
My
Yeah,
coworker
it's
just
really
told me
well.
about.
Oh, nice. Um, yeah, I love it. It's super nice. Uh, Promise Neverland. I never seen or read it.
I would give it a B.
But really yourself? All right, I'll put it there for you, Finn. Put it there for you. Um, I
Like I
heard
read that.
I heard the manga is
No,
way
I
better
never
than the
read it.
anime. I heard the anime
I
is trash compared to the manga
Oh
because I heard
really?
a lot of people were
I
not
heard they
happy
messed it
about it.
up, but
Yeah, I heard a lot of people were not happy how the animated Promised Neverland.
Interesting.
Because I think I tried the first episode and I was like, no.
It takes a
Not gonna
while.
happen.
I never got into it.
All right. For the last one,
C tier.
another nostalgic
GT.
show for me. This show is Yu Yu Hakusho. This show, I just love it, dude. Like it's one of the first of all, it's one of the OGs animes, of course. And the main character, he's not like even now. There's not a lot similar main characters. He is a delinquent. He's like Goku. He likes to fight. But thing is, like,
Yeah,
but there's
okay.
no like, but he's like he doesn't cause trouble. He's actually a good person. Just does a lot of bad things.
Misguided.
Yeah, and it's a really good show. Like honestly, I highly recommend people to watch the anime. Yes, the graphics are that like not as good because it's an old anime,
Yeah, you can always watch
but
the
the
Blu-ray.
fights, yeah,
Oh, I
the,
like the old animation style.
yeah,
Like I
and
don't
like
know, there's something
I
I
like the
like
show because
about
a lot of it is actually hand-to-hand combat as well.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause yeah, they had some powers, but a lot it was mainly hand. Like one of my favorite fights, is when during a talk. It's called a Dark Arts tournament, and she was facing like one of the strongest people she's ever faced.
Yeah.
And what they did was this is an actual like battle, like a battle to like the like battle in real life, like people used to do ceremony. So you throw two daggers down, and you put your Achilles or your heel on the dagger
Mm-hmm.
that's on the ground, and you take turns punching each other. Wow, and you cannot move your foot.
Yeah.
So your leg. So the person who loses is the first one who cuts their Achilles.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah. So like
Interesting.
it's an amazing show. Like dude, and like the main character, he's like I'll beat your ass. Like talk fist first, talk later, bro. Can't give a fuck.
So it's interesting.
But yeah.
There's no C tier.
There's
A lot of these shows didn't have like like I said, like these aren't my shows, so I didn't pick. And
Okay.
I try to pick a lot of shows that I wanted people to enjoy, that I thought
So-
people would enjoy and like.
So for
So
somebody for somebody who hasn't seen, I know it's going to be super rare, but like who hasn't read manga or seen anime, so would your top 10 S and A, would that be the golden list of what you should be watching or reading?
I depending on what you enjoy, yes. Cause it ranges from one of the greatest in my opinion, the greatest story, like Lion, which is One Piece. From to fighting, which is Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, One Punch Man. Then you have gag anime like One Punch Man. Then you have sports like you have Haiku, you have Kuroko Basket, and Hajime no Ippo. Three different sports
Right.
that with all great animation
Mhm.
and great stories. You have things like My Hero, where like people who are more into superheroes or or people who read comics and want to get into anime or manga. You know, My Hero is a great one. Hunter x Hunter, I think, pretty much if you're like a preteen and up, you would enjoy the show. Death Note, if you're really into the paranormal and detective, cops, you're into dark stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Death Note's great.
Okay.
Full Metal Alchemist is sort of the same way, where
Mhm.
it does get dark in certain places, but it's also a lot of mental think. You get to think a lot, and, like understand, and it's cool. You see alchemy too, so you're into like the Eastern stuff a little bit. So I think this my S and the A tier, you got like Attack on Titan for another gore, or if you just want to like chill and relax, there's
a
Fairy
little
Tail.
bit of everything in each
Yeah.
category. Like
So
yeah,
it's
so that's
like the only thing that's on here is like slice of
Like,
life.
rom-com slice of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for
Rick
like
is
for
favorite.
those,
That's
Rick-
my
that's
baby.
that's
That's
all
mine.
Ricky ever rom-com. Like I've seen plenty myself. We got a conversation, but like you actually read the mangas for those and like seen more than me. So like
'Cause I've read like quintessential quintuplets. I never finished watching.
Miku all the way.
All right.
Rick is
You know
like,
what?
you're
Never mind.
wrong.
We're not gonna get into waifu wars. That's another episode we'll do. Waifu wars right there,
Oh.
man. We're
By the way,
That's a
number
lot
one
to debate.
waifu of all time. I'm not pointing to the blonde. I'm pointing to our president, our goddess, President Rios. Got salute. My heart.
Stand up. Stand up.
I can't,
Stand up
sorry.
and
Stand up for the Pledge of
salute.
Allegiance. Stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on.
Yeah,
Like-
sorry, I can't.
By the way, if people say that this show does not have a good storyline, they can go fuck themselves. Because this show is a great storyline. And
All right.
revenge and anger stuff, dude. So,
All right. Before we get too heated, I think that's a good kind of point to kind of wrap things up.
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Well, you want to do the outro, or you want me to do the outro,
Yeah,
Sen?
we do have some announcements, which you.
Oh,
might forget
yes.
on. Yeah. Okay, you did forget. First of all, thank you, Angel, for stopping by our very first special guest episode. I think you did tremendously
Welcome.
well.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I was happy to be here.
Thanks for the carry. Anyways, this week, starting Tuesday, which is the 17th, right? So yesterday, by the time you guys are hearing this, we
Of
are going
August
to be-
17th,
we
yeah.
are going to be streaming a brand new holy game called Humankind.
Yes, we've been so hyped for it. We've been so hyped.
We'll probably be streaming possibly every day, all day, depending if it's good or bad, at twitch.tv/PastaPopCulture. You'll probably
And
see
I'll
us-
be
Yes,
hopping-
sir.
I'll be hopping in and out of that because I am in school, so I
Angel-
do have
yeah, Angel
class
has
and
life,
I
like,
still.
we don't.
So for
So-
like the next week as this game comes out, we're gonna be playing a lot. We're gonna be streaming a lot. We're gonna be
Mhm.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So come by, just talk to us. Talk to us about anime. Talk to us about manga, whatever. If you disagree, tell us
Angel
like,
he's
hey,
wrong.
what did
It's
you
fine.
like? Yeah, dude. Like it's not
Argue
even my
with me.
thing.
I will argue all day about on anime and manga. Come
Yeah,
get
like
me.
we got something to do in between those turns. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're gonna have fun if you're into Humankind. For the video games, yeah, strategy. It's gonna be fun.
It'll
You're gonna
also
see
be on
us
your YouTube.
yell at each other.
Yep, it'll be on
Yep.
YouTube, also at Pasta Pop Culture. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, blah blah blah. Also at Pasta
Yeah.
Pop Culture. And,
Yep. If you follow us on Instagram, we usually give updates about when
Mhm.
we're going live. Usually kind of just say like, hey, or sometimes we even do like a little sneak peek about like what we're probably going to be talking about for the next podcast episode.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Or give
So,
us
all
ideas
right.
on what to talk
Just-
about.
Like, come watch us get Diamond in Knockout City.
Oh
Almost
yeah,
there.
we've been
I
striving
watched
for
Dodgeball
diamond. 'Cause
yesterday.
yeah.
Dodge a ball, you can
Yeah.
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, man, that movie was good.
You can
sorry.
dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball.
All right. Well, we'll be signing off here. Appreciate if you listen this far. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.